Hey babes, welcome back to Coffee Over Apples. My name is Steph. This is Rat. Say hi, Rat. We're here with a very spoopy October TBR.
It could change the world.
Before we get started, just a couple things. If you enjoy this content and you'd like to see more, consider subscribing, becoming a channel member at any level to support this kind of content. Get access to my Discord. Get access to downloadable content. Every month, I use Magic the Gathering cards to determine what books I'm going to read. This month, I am also partaking in a readathon. It is the Trick or Treatathon. I'll link the host down below. It is a lot of fun. It's a team-based readathon. I've got to say, my favorite readathons as of the past couple years have been team-based readathons. I am on Team Fall. There's a bingo board, so I'm trying to fill this bingo board with prompts that are going to match the books that I need to read for the prompts for my TBR game. As we go along, I'll start filling in the board, as well as letting you know what my book clubs are reading in October. Let's also do a brief check-in to my previous month's reads to see if any books will be rolling over. In September, I was supposed to read Not So Best Wishes by Cleo Evans, and I did read this. I was supposed to read Catabasis by R.F. Kuang, and I did read this. I was supposed to read Why I Love Horror, edited by Becky Siegel Spratford, and I did read this. I was supposed to read The Water Outlaws by S.L. Huang, and I did read this and already returned it to my library. I was supposed to read A Mind Spread Out on the Ground by Alicia Elliott. I am currently in the middle of this, and I'm definitely going to finish it before the end of the month. Lastly, I was supposed to read Messy Roots, a graphic novel. I have not yet read this, but because it's a graphic novel, I'm pretty confident I can read this in a day, so not worried about finishing it before the end of the month. In my game, I pit two magic cards against each other. Basically, whichever one has the highest number on the top right wins. That's basically it. There's keywords that are involved. I bring them up if it's relevant to the round. Let's get started with round number 1. Welcome to the playmat. This is everything I have to fit into to this month's TBR game. Rounds 1 to 4, book club picks, which I'm going to list here, a bingo board match, whatever ends up happening here, and then I have arcs that I have to read. So let's figure this puzzle out together. Shuffling, let's figure out round 1. Take Up the Shield is an instant at 2 mana versus Hammerhand, which is 1 mana. No applicable keywords. White ends up beating red because 2 mana beats 1. Kitty tray. Dice. Rolling a white die. A 6. Buddy, where are we going, buddy? We're gonna stay right here. You're supposed to help me talk about the books. Round 1 gave us a white 6. The prompt for a white 6 is to read a novella. There's a book that was sent to me by a subscriber this year, and I am so grateful for it, and I want to fit it into this prompt. 1, because it's spoopy season. 2, because it's a novella. 3, because it's a Latina author and it is still Hispanic Heritage Month. I'm going to choose A Goddess of Filth by V. Castro. This one I'm super hyped for because it sounds pretty wild. A bunch of girls playing a Ouija board, and it's like, at first it seems like everything is fine, but then one of the girls starts acting strange through the next couple of days. Is she possessed? Who knows what came through the Ouija board? Anyway, V. Castro is great. I'm going to be using this for prompt number 46 is Spine Tingler, which is to basically read a horror. So that's perfect. I'm just go with that. Round 2. A Ferocious Vermin. 3 mana, it is 2 and a black versus Fanatic of the Harrowing. It is 3 and a black. So either way, looks like I'm reading a black prompt. A 5. Round 2 gave us a black 5. Prompt is a chonky book, and to me, this is anything that just might be a little bit intimidating. For this, I'm going to be using a digital copy of a book that I have. This is an ARC for a book that comes out in November. It's a YA horror mystery thriller called You Watched in Silence. The author sent this to me. It sounds like just a fun time, and though I don't usually mess with like mystery books, when it's mystery horror, it has a much better chance of becoming something that I highly enjoy. And this one is going to be about 13 hours. Now, to me, that's a long time. I personally like to keep my audiobooks less than 8 hours. That's a comfortable place for me. Anything higher than that, it's not that I don't do it, I definitely do, but I'm not a fan of super long books. I'm going to count this as a chonker. This is going to be used for prompt number 19, which is what? Part of the prompt is that I can read something that's a mystery. Perfect, because this is a mystery. Who done it? I don't know. Round 3. Popular egotist, black, 3 and a black, no applicable keywords versus, oh, another black, fear of lost teeth. It is 1. I guess other words don't matter because they are both black, so black is going to win regardless. Ooh, a 1. Round 3 is a black 1, which is just straight horror. Amazing. Perfect. Couldn't have been better timing. I have a buddy read that I've been wanting to do with my friend Scylla. Scylla, I love you. Mwah. We've been wanting to read Diavola together, and I've had a copy on my Kindle for a little while. I definitely need any excuse to get through my TBR, like my physical TBR and my Kindle TBR, so I'm taking full advantage of this. I'm going to be using this for prompt number 36, which is seeing double, anything that has like twins or a doppelganger. I think it's the main character that has a twin. Don't ask me anything about it. All I know is that I downloaded it on a deal and is creepy and popular amongst horror book talk. I want to see what all the hype's about. Oh, that's a forest. Doesn't count because it's not. Oh, that's also a land. Doesn't count. There we go. Tear Asunder. 2 mana, 1 and a green versus Flamecash Gecko, also 2 mana, 1 and a red. There are no applicable keywords, so this is a draw. Let's try again. Cut in a sorcery, 3 mana and a red versus Toadstool Admirer, 1 mana, no applicable keywords. All right, 4 versus 1. We're reading a red prompt. Let's go red. Give me something good. 11. I'm really struggling to get like the glare out of the middle of my eyeballs. Round 4 is hyped on book socials. Now, this could be any book social, could be booktube, book talk, bookstagram, but honestly, the thing that's being chosen for this could count for any of those things because I feel like it's just like a book community darling. Vicious by V.E. Schwab. This was chosen by the Interstellar Book Club, which is my sci-fi book club that I run. Join us in the Discord down below. I didn't know that this falls into sci-fi, but I guess because it's dystopian, it falls into sci-fi, I think, if I understand it correctly. There's a lot of bones and stuff on it. Honestly, I feel like V.E. Schwab as an author is like generally just hyped. This one is going to be used for prompt number 35, which includes a character that might be morally gray. Shout out to Scylla for helping me with my bingo board because I was like, I haven't read a couple of these. Do you know anything about them? She's read some of them or she's got some information because she is a master. She's a master at readathons planning. Like, I gotta shout out. That's it for the TBR game part. Now let's talk about what I'm reading for my book clubs and additional things that I need to pick in order to complete my bingo board. That I run the Annotation Station, a book club where we read a fiction and a nonfiction every month with the goal of reading diversely and staying informed. For the fiction pick for October, my co-host and I have chosen When Javi Dumped Mari by Mia Sosa. It is a Latina author. This is a rom-com, I believe. Listen, I met the author and they did a little read-through of a chapter. It was hilarious. So I'm expecting to I want to kick my feet and giggle like a little schoolgirl and just have a good time. I deserve to have a good time, especially in between all of this horror that I'm reading. You know, you gotta lighten up the mood a little bit. This fits perfectly with prompt number 5, which is Flirt with Danger. read a romance. The nonfiction pick for October is To Save and to Destroy. This is by a Vietnamese author who is, I believe, if I remember correctly, what drew me to this was the idea that they're posing the question about what is responsible journalism in this new age of information and having to siphon through misinformation. So that is extremely relevant, extremely important. It's also very short. I was like, wait, what do you call a nonfiction that's too long to be an essay but too short to be a full-length book? I don't know, but it's like 100 and something pages. This is going to work for prompt number 24, Campfire Stories. Read a book that is under 250 pages. Then, to fill the remaining spots on my bingo board, I've decided to participate in my friend Sarah's book club of Witches and Valkyries, where they read fantasy written by women and queer BIPOC authors. So they're reading this month The Starving Saints by Caitlin Starling. I wasn't a fan of the first Caitlin Starling book that I read, which was The Luminous Dead, but it was their debut book at the time. So I'm like, they had potential, even though it didn't, like, there were so many plot things that didn't work for me. So I'm looking forward to see how they've grown since then, and also writing something that is like slightly more horrific. To fit this into a prompt, I had to ask for help. So Scylla was kind enough to inform me that this would fit for prompt number 21, a book where the MC is isolated. I think, if I understand correctly, this takes place during a siege, and like the main character is stuck inside of a castle or something, or they're stuck somewhere where they're alone because they're just surrounded outside by the enemy and they're trying to escape the enemy. If I understand correctly, I could be totally messing that up. Don't listen to me. All I think I know is, and hope, is lesbians, and that's kind of lesbian horror. That's it. That's all I want. Then for the last two spots on the bingo board, I'm going to go with Dantaran volumes 10 and 11. I'm looking for any excuse to read more Dantaran. I'm actually very sad that season 2 just wrapped up. Now I gotta wait till next year for season 3, man. But this is a horror comedy. I adore these dinguses so much. Volume 10 is going to work for prompt number 28, which is found footage. Read basically like a manga, something mixed media, a comic book, graphic novel, something of that nature. And then number 11 is going to work for prompt 27, which is Days Are Numbered. Read a book with one of the following numbers, like 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, or 13. And this is number 11. Rat, would you like to run down what we're reading in October? So all in all, in October, I'm reading this, and 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 this. I think I've got my hands full, but we can do it, right, Rat? He says yeah. Anyway, I post videos whenever I feel like it. Thanks for watching. Bye!
Mr. Wonka worked the factory.